Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and happy Halloween, everybody. It's a late night here on Halloween night, but it's never too late for some spooky goodness. And I just want to talk real quick, guys, and share with you a series of films put up by Scream Team Releasing. I've talked about Scream Team Releasing many times here on the channel. I'm a big fan of theirs, big fan of the independent horror that they're keeping alive and well. And these four films are all part of the same series put up by Scream Team, and they are all part of the 1031 franchise. They're all anthology films, and I'm not the biggest anthology fan, so for me to really watch an anthology, it really has to catch me. But these, I'm invested and I'm interested in all four of these films. There are some highs, there are some lows, but there's pretty good practical effects for the budget that they're working on. The acting's pretty good for what they're working with, and I think they're enjoyable. Each installment, each has about four different individual stories, but they're all unique in their own way. And yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Because I mean, look, especially just look at the covers. It has like the old Tales from the Crypt type style artwork. I love it. I love these slips on these. They look great on the shelf. Absolutely great. I mean, look at that. But let's go ahead with 1031 Part One, the one that started it all. We have a creepy scarecrow in this, a creepy old lady at a bed and breakfast in this. We have some possible vampires. We have a slasher at a roller rink, and they're all pretty enjoyable. I think this is a solid start to this series of films. The slasher with the roller rink, that's probably the lowest one in this, but it's only because it takes so long. Most of these are about 20 minutes or so, but they take a little bit too long. They show too much of people going around in the roller on their roller skates before they finally pull the trigger and do something with the slasher in that particular story. But once the slasher shows themselves, it's pretty darn good. Like I said, the practical effects are just they're really good for what they're working with. They're really, really solid, and I think it's a really good start to this series of films. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Especially like the creepy old lady with the bed and breakfast. That's like the first story you're gonna come across. That really sets the tone for what you're going to get with this entire franchise. That's all based around Halloween. I love that. Definitely sells me right there and makes me want to get the rest of these. But 1031 Part One is definitely a solid start. Now, Part Two. I'm gonna be honest here, guys. Part Two is definitely a step down from Part One. Again, four stories. Practical effects are still good, but there's only maybe like two out of the four stories that are solid. There's a third one that's very confusing. It's just when you watch it, it's just confusing. It's like this woman who's a nun, but something happens and she might have had like the spawn of the devil. I don't know exactly what's going on. If you watch it, if you've seen this one, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's confusing. It kind of jumps all over the place and you're not exactly sure what's going on. And then there's another story that involves this like Uber driver and like this organism that's I I can't even explain it. It's just it's not very good. I'm completely I every time I this is like the third time I've watched part two and I just can't get through that story. I just don't like that one at all. But all the other ones, except for the confusing one, it's a mixed bag. Part two is definitely a mixed bag compared to part one. So just be aware you're gonna have if you're gonna watch them all, guys, you gotta watch part two. But you're gonna get at least two out of four that are solid. Especially the one story that's called Overkill. It's funny. Like it has like a slasher in it. Almost looks like Jason, but it's funny. Like and that's it definitely get some chuckles out of me with this one with that one. And yeah, that's part two for 1031. Now part three definitely picks up. It way better than part two. Not as good as part one, but still better than part two. And this one I like because it adds not just your stories that your four different individual stories, but you're also getting trailers. They're make up these like grindhouse type trailers that are like in between the stories, and they are really good. Some of them I want to see like a full length movie made out of some of the trailers. They're that cool. I really enjoy that added touch to this. Now, one of the stories we have. we have a mummy. This gentleman goes to like a thrift store, and because he wants to do a haunted house. He's getting divorced, wants to do like a haunted house to get himself some money because he just lost his job, and he goes to this thrift store that's going out of business, kind of like a thrift store. It's not really a thrift; it's kind of like a thrift store, and they have a mummy. The gentleman sells him this mummy. It's very old school. The mummy kind of feels like something like out of like Goosebumps almost, and it has like that goosebumpy kind of feel to it, and almost like a Universal monster kind of feel to it. I really like that. It definitely has like a throwback kind of vibe to it. It's really cool. And there's another one with that involves like a killer. It's more like a giallo, and I like that. Even the music that's involved with it, it's really cool. This whole part three, the whole part three of 1031 is solid, guys. It's definitely a step up from part two. Now we get to after part three, we get to part four. Part four, to me, is by far the best out of the entire franchise. All four stories were very interesting. All four were well made. There still have some trailers that are put in between some of these stories, but you can see the budget is better, the practical effects are better, the acting is better, the lighting, the camera work, everything is way more solid with part four. We get some like animation going on. Queen Malvolia is in this one again, but she's done more in like an animated form instead of actually seeing her, in person. She's just like an animated cartoon character, but it's still really good. And this one I this one I want to watch again, like right away, because I really enjoyed this. This is definitely, if I was ranking all four, I'd put part four at the top, then part one, part three, and then part two at the bottom. But this one is definitely a great entry, and I want to see what they're going to do. Hopefully, they're going to make a part five. I really want to see more of the 1031 series. I think they're great for this time of year, and just to pop these on if you're having like a party with friends over or something. And I think it's something that you can kind of like watch them because they're short enough. The stories are short enough. We could pop these on, have some friends over, have a good time, and be scared with some of these stories, laugh at some of these stories, and like I said, they're fun. They're definitely fun, and they're a quick breeze of a movie to get through. Like they really are. And for the most part, I say they're all pretty. They're all solid, except for part two is definitely a step down. But overall, if you look at all the stories involved with all four films, it's a pretty solid franchise overall. I think they only have a couple lows out of four films. That's You're doing something right. You're absolutely doing something right. And this artwork, you're always going to sell me with this artwork. Always going to sell me, guys. So once again, happy Halloween, everybody. And yeah, go to Scream Team Releasing's website and pick these up, guys. They're pretty inexpensive. Scream Team stuff is not expensive at all. It's definitely worth taking a shot. Even if you want to just pick up the first one for now and take a look and see what you think, and then go ahead and dive in and get the rest of the series. It's definitely really cool to have something like this for this time of year. So like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you guys in another episode. Take care.